The entertainment industry has always been a place where reality and fantasy collide, where fans project their deepest emotions onto the celebrities they adore, and where a single unexpected choice can ignite a storm that no one sees coming. Recently, one such storm erupted around Sukai, the actor often described as the perfect romantic lead both on screen and in the collective imagination of millions. For years, audiences had paired his name with Cheng Xiao, a dream couple that seemed destined to cross from fiction into reality. Their chemistry was undeniable, their public interactions laced with hints that fueled endless fan discussions. To many, they were not just colleagues, not just friends, but soulmates waiting for the right moment to confirm the love story everyone wanted to believe in. And yet, Sukai shattered those expectations in a way few anticipated. Instead of continuing the narrative that fans had carefully written in their minds, he chose Tan Songyun. That one revelation was enough to send shockwaves across the internet. Social media platforms lit up like wildfire, hashtags skyrocketed to the top of trending charts, and online communities erupted with reactions that ranged from heartbreak to elation. Some fans felt betrayed, as if their favorite storyline had been cruelly interrupted. Others argued passionately that Sukai's decision reflected authenticity, that his heart had chosen a path no public scriptwriter could dictate. But why Tan Songyun? Why now, and why in such a decisive way? To understand this twist, one must look beyond the glittering surface of fame and into the quieter moments where emotions truly take root. While Sukai and Cheng Xiao enchanted viewers with glamorous red carpet appearances and flirtatious banter in variety shows, Sukai and Tan Songyun built something subtler, but perhaps more enduring. On set, colleagues whispered about the way his eyes softened when she entered a room, about the way her laughter could disarm his usual calm demeanor. Their interactions may not have screamed romance, but they hummed with an unspoken comfort, two people fitting naturally into each other's space without forcing it. The truth is, relationships in the entertainment industry are rarely shaped by the public's imagination. More often, they are formed in the in-between spaces, late-night rehearsals, long filming schedules, quiet dinners when the cameras are off. In those spaces, Sukai discovered something in Tan Songyun that even the most passionate fan edits could not create: a sense of safety, of emotional resonance, of someone who saw him not as a star, but as a man. While Cheng Xiao remained the dazzling co-star in the public eye, Tan Songyun became the anchor in private. Still, fans struggled. Forums overflowed with nostalgic clips of Sukai and Cheng Xiao, dissecting every look, every touch, every moment as if to prove that fate had made a mistake. One fan wrote, "I always believed they were meant to be, but maybe destiny has a cruel sense of humor." Another countered, "Isn't this what love truly is, following the heart even when the world resists?" These polarized reactions revealed more than just shipping wars. They revealed how deeply invested fans had become in curating love stories for their idols, sometimes forgetting that real love is not built for public consumption. The outrage did not come only from emotional investment, but from the way modern fan culture has blurred the line between personal freedom and collective ownership. To many followers, Sukai's romantic life felt like part of a shared narrative, a story they had a right to influence. When he deviated from that script, it wasn't just a surprise, it was interpreted by some as a betrayal of trust. Entire threads emerged where fans debated whether idols owed their supporters transparency, or whether, at the end of the day, they were individuals with the same right to privacy as anyone else. As debates raged on, something fascinating began to happen. A portion of Sukai's fanbase shifted from outrage to quiet acceptance. They began to see Tan Songyun not as an intruder, but as a woman whose warmth, wit, and grounded personality might be exactly what Sukai needed. Articles emerged praising her natural charm, her ability to light up a screen without overshadowing her co-stars, her reputation for kindness both on and off set. Netizens recalled interviews where she admitted valuing emotional sincerity over glamour, a philosophy that mirrored Sukai's own desire for genuine connection. Gradually, the narrative of betrayal softened into one of understanding. Of course, the entertainment industry thrives on drama, and pundits wasted no time speculating about the impact this revelation would have on Soo Kai's career. Would fans who adored his fictional romances turn away now that he had chosen a reality that diverged from their fantasies? Or would this honesty deepen his credibility, proving that he was not just a carefully curated image, but a man unafraid of authenticity? If the online chatter was any indication, both outcomes were possible. Some vowed never to watch another of his dramas, while others doubled down on their loyalty, applauding his courage to prioritize personal happiness over public approval. What makes this story even more compelling is the cultural shift it highlights. In the past, celebrity romances were tightly controlled by agencies, hidden from the public eye until they could be unveiled like staged performances. But today's fans demand transparency, and celebrities are increasingly choosing authenticity over secrecy. Soo Kai's decision to align publicly with Tan Songyun may not have been orchestrated for maximum PR benefit, but it certainly reflects a growing trend in the entertainment world, stars reclaiming the right to love on their own terms. This transition is not without consequences. By stepping into the open, Soo Kai and Tan Songyun have made themselves vulnerable to scrutiny that is harsher and less forgiving than ever before. The internet has a way of magnifying every gesture, every slip, every rumor. Even the smallest of disagreements could spark a wave of speculation about their trouble in paradise. Yet perhaps that is the price of authenticity, the willingness to face storms in exchange for living truthfully. And let us not forget Tan Songyun herself. In this whirlwind, she has emerged as more than just the chosen one. Her career has long been marked by resilience and grace, her ability to portray characters with depth and relatability, making her one of the most beloved actresses of her generation. To be with Soo Kai is not merely to stand beside a famous man, it is to walk into the storm of public scrutiny, to endure comparisons with Cheng Xiao, to navigate the minefield of fan expectations. That she does so with quiet dignity only adds to her appeal. Critics note that her pairing with Soo Kai also highlights an often overlooked truth about love in the public eye. Compatibility is not about who looks best together in a promotional photo, but about who can withstand the relentless pressure of a shared life under the spotlight. Tan Songyun's strength, patience, and self-assuredness may prove to be precisely what this relationship needs to thrive. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain, the conversation around Soo Kai and Tan Songyun is far from over. Their relationship has become a mirror reflecting the hopes, frustrations, and evolving maturity of modern fan culture. It forces audiences to confront uncomfortable truths about the limits of idealization, about the distinction between fantasy and reality, about the simple yet profound idea that love is not a performance, but a personal choice. Perhaps in time, fans will look back at this moment not as the day their dreams were shattered, but as the day their idol reminded them of something vital. Celebrities are human, too. They laugh, they ache, they long for connection, and when love comes, it does not always arrive in the form the world expects. Sometimes it is quieter, gentler, less cinematic, but far more real. Looking ahead, Soo Kai's career trajectory may also change in subtle ways. His image has long been tied to the fantasy of the unattainable romantic lead, a symbol of every fan's dream partner. Now, with a real-life love story in the open, he faces the challenge of balancing that fantasy persona with the reality of his personal life. Some producers may hesitate, worried that his taken status could dampen the fervor of romance-driven fandoms. Yet others may see this as an opportunity to cast him in more mature roles, characters who embody the complexity of real relationships rather than the perfection of idealized ones. For Tan Songyun, the stakes are equally high. While she has always been admired for her versatility and warmth, her association with Soo Kai may redefine the lens through which audiences perceive her. Will she be celebrated as the woman who captured the heart of China's most sought-after leading man, or will she be unfairly cast in the shadow of fan disappointment over Cheng Xiao? Only her continued grace, talent, and authenticity can tilt the balance in her favor. What is undeniable, however, is that their union represents a shift not just in celebrity gossip, but in cultural conversation. In a society where image is everything, Su Kai and Tan Songyun have chosen something radical: imperfection. They have chosen to love not according to public scripts or fanfiction expectations, but according to the private rhythm of their own hearts. And in doing so, they remind us all that love, at its core, is a rebellion against conformity. So, what will the future hold for Su Kai and Tan Songyun? Will they become one of entertainment's most enduring power couples, blending professional success with personal joy? Or will the pressures of fame and public scrutiny strain even the most sincere bond? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear: their story has already reshaped the landscape of celebrity culture, reminding everyone that love, in its purest form, is unpredictable, unapologetic, and profoundly human. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this story. If you are captivated by this journey into the private world of Su Kai and Tan Songyun, we invite you to support us. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, 24H News, TM, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you support Su Kai's choice? Do you still wish he had ended up with Cheng Xiao, or do you believe Tan Songyun is his true match? Every comment you leave fuels our passion to bring you more stories from the fascinating world of entertainment.